Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now, we're a few days removed from the Nintendo Direct, the showcase for basically third-party games. And now that it's been a few days, we have information about whether or not they're going to be key cards or not. Now, before we get started, one of the first videos I made on this channel was basically saying how key cards were essentially a good thing, but, and hear me out before you start rage typing down below, key cards will only be a good thing if physical media goes away completely. So what I mean by that is, let's say there is no option for a game to be on a physical cartridge or on a physical disc. If that goes away and the only way to play games is, let's say, a digital download, then and only then would key cards be a good alternative. What I mean by that is because, well, and I'll get to that in a second. First, I want to look at the list of games that are key cards, but you can still trade these games in. They still hold some value. I went over to GameStop and they actually take quite a bit of money in trade-in for some of these key card games. So you're not stuck with them like you would be if you just downloaded the game. They still suck. I'm not a fan of key cards, so don't take that the wrong way. But if this is what the future holds, and this is the only way to have any sort of physical thing on the shelf, at least there's a way to resell it. Unless Nintendo and Sony and Microsoft figure this out to where you can trade in your digital games or resell them or something, I feel like this is probably the future of gaming, and it's pretty sad, but it's better than just streaming. If video games ever go full streaming, then I'm done. I got a huge backlog going all the way back to the PlayStation 1 and the Super Nintendo. I'll have plenty to play all the way up until I'm dead. There's just so many games that I have in my backlog that I could literally play those forever. Anyway, so let's get into this. Let's start off with the list of games here. Here is this giant spreadsheet that I found on a random post on Twitter. And we got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is a key card. We got Persona 3, key card. Octopath Traveler. I'm just going to say they're all on key cards. Every single game here is on a key card. And I don't know, I'm not sure why some games are listed twice. Anyway, and this sucks. And technically 2K25 is not a key card, it's just a code in a box. I think they were trying to get that game out as fast as possible because 2K26 is going to come out and the game's life is going to be pretty short. I'm going to make a separate video on how disappointed I am with some of the features, major features for me personally. Creation mode features are missing. Keep an eye on my wrestling channel for that one. Madden's a key card, no shocker there. Outlaws, yes, they're very heavy into downloads. In fact, they basically preach that you don't own your games, so they don't care about that. But some of these I'm shocked, like Sonic. And this is partly Nintendo's fault because they only offer a 64 gigabyte card, and those things are expensive. So hopefully this thing works itself out throughout the console's life cycle, but I don't think so. I think a lot of people aren't going to care. Like, the people that buy digital only are like not going to care. This is like hanging onto a cliff with one finger, like your pinky, for physical media, some sort of physical presence in the store shelves. I mean, I think next gen, it won't even be key cards. It'll probably just be a code in the box. On the store shelf, you can still buy a box. I think this is the last generation of physical media. I'm very happy that Nintendo doesn't do key cards, because if Nintendo jumped into the key card thing, what's the point? You might as well just download everything. It's cool. It's cool having a physical box on the shelf, but if the game's not on the cartridge, it kind of defeats the purpose. Anyway, so here is GameStop. And I just wanted to show you guys, so I'm not talking out my butt here. Madden, which is not out yet, so you can't trade it in. So here it is. Street Fighter 6 is a key card game, and they give you up to $30 in credit for the Nintendo Switch 2 version. This is what I'm talking about. I don't trade in my games anymore. I used to when I was younger because, you know, it's hard to get money to buy new games. But for those of you that trade in games once they're done, this is still a huge thing. And this will keep GameStop going too, because if you can't trade in your games anymore, well, the only issue I have with with that is that other people are saying the keycard cartridge itself is pretty like feels like it's cheaply made and they are easily broken. So if your key to play your digital game doesn't work anymore, that's pretty bad. That's really bad. But at least you can trade it in. This is the only redeeming factor for key cards over digital still. Like I still like I said, I still can't stand it. It's ridiculous. But the fact that you can trade those in, and see Brave the Default, Street Fighter's on here quite a bit. Sonic X Shadow Generations is $20, up to $20 it says. I don't know why it doesn't just keep loading it. It's weird. Rodeo Remastered is $20. Yakuza O is $20. See, they give you a pretty decent trade-in for these key cards. So I was like, as long as you can trade them in, I feel like most people won't even notice or care. Those of us that collect games and like to have a backlog for like when everything goes to hell, or you can have no internet access, it's kind of nice. Or let's say, God forbid, something happens to your account. Someone hacks your account, or you get banned. You lose everything. You won't be able to get your purchases or something like that, and you'll have to rely on your physical library. I mean, I have a PlayStation account and an Xbox account back from when PlayStation 3 and Xbox first started doing the account systems. If something happened to those accounts, pretty sure I'd be done with the platform because I have a lot of digital games on both platforms. I have more physical than digital, but I kind of like during the PS4 generation and this PS5 generation, I kind of went half and half. Like if it's a game that like I'm going to be playing every single day, or it doesn't really matter, or is not on the physical disc, like let's say a wrestling game, every year they come out, so there's no point in buying it physical because half the game won't be on the disc anyway because they have so many updates throughout the year. So there's that. But I don't know. I am bummed out about the keycard thing, and it seems like it's just third party, and there are a couple games that are going to be on the disc. And what's weird is that the original Switch games back on the Switch 1 are actually on the cartridge. Like I think Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is going to be on the cartridge, and it has an upgrade. So as long as they keep doing the cross-gen games that have an upgrade, just buy it. Just buy the last one and then pay for the upgrade, because at least you'll still have the physical game. So anyway, this is going to be an issue going forward. I don't know how. I think major games like Madden or Call of Duty or the big games, they're just going to keep doing it because they don't care, because they know people are going to buy the game regardless. But like your indie games and stuff like that, the games that people actually want a physical copy of, unless Nintendo fixes this keycard or cartridge situation, it's going to be a rough generation. Like this might be the generation that I buy the least amount of games for. And I wonder if this was intentional, because Nintendo increased the prices of their games, but they're actually on the cartridge. It's like, well, our games are on the cartridge, so you could just buy our games. I mean, the third-party games, whatever. Maybe they'll offer lower storage or higher storage later on, because I don't know, man. I don't know what cartridges. Oy. They should just. I don't know what to say. This is the future of gaming. Looks bleak. Like, this is not the gaming I grew up with. I was so hyped for this console generation when I saw the Switch 2 trailer, when I saw Donkey Kong, Mario Kart. Now don't get me wrong, Donkey Kong and Mario Kart were pretty fun. Mario Kart kind of got bored of real quick because I'm not a Mario Kart guy. Donkey Kong I can't put down. I love that game. It's probably one of the best games I've played in the last decade. As long as they keep bringing that Nintendo magic to their games, I guess all I'll need is Nintendo games from them. It just sucks because I really wanted to turn the Switch 2 basically into my main platform because I can take it anywhere. It looks like they get in their own way with these things. Anyway, I don't know how to end this video. I'm just shocked that this is where gaming is going. Thank you for watching. Sound in the comments below, and stay frosty.